From the UK
to the USA,
you're rocking with the EC Twins.
How you doing, guys? Welcome to the EC Twins podcast.
Is it episode 8?
I think it is episode 8, yeah. We have a... You have to excuse our special guest. She's called Little Miss.
Yeah.
She wouldn't piss off, and then we thought, well, why should we ask her to leave?
She likes to sleep on the table. Do you think that's appropriate, Little Miss? Anyway, this week's episode, we're going to talk about how Hollywood can... I don't know. How should I phrase it, Mark?
Is celebrity culture over?
Is celebrity culture, is Hollywood over? I mean, we're here. None of us have jobs. CAA, which is one of the biggest agencies, really, just announced that they're not opening their offices until 2021.
Did they really announce that?
Yeah.
When did you read that?
Today. And they've got offices in like New York, London, here, maybe.
Yeah, they're just massive. I don't know, if you think of an actor, an artist, a musician, there's a solid chance that they're with CAA.
Yeah, they're just biggest. So they're not opening. But don't worry, guys. All the celebrities have put out a video, against racism, and that's just fixed racism. I don't know.
Did you
all
guys
the white
see...
celebrities have put out a video.
Yeah, did you guys... Yeah, that's a good point. There wasn't anything other than white people, was there?
Yeah, they put out a video, and thanks to that video, it's fixed racism. Racism isn't a problem anymore.
It turns out the video is called... Was it called I Take Responsibility? I'm sure a few of you saw it.
Yeah.
I take responsibility.
Yeah. Let me give you an impression. Action. I take responsibility. And scene. Okay, fuck it, fuck black people. Let me go back up to my house in the hills where no black people live.
Jesus, what was his name? Aaron Paul?
I take responsibility.
Oh, God.
I've seen clips of him being a nice guy, so it's a shame. It's not what they're talking about, because they've got the best intentions. It's the fact that they think that helps. And that's them patting themselves on the back. I did my part. You did fuck up. Shut the fuck up. And it's also because it's self-serving. I'll tell you.
That's what I'm saying. You said their hearts are in the right places. I believe some of them are decent people and are against racism. But
they all are. None of them will be racist.
Well, you don't know, man, because I told you I was in that goddamn meeting when they all posted that fucking black square on the social media, and it pissed me off because I literally saw a Hollywood meeting where they were debating, should we post it, and when we post it, what should we write? I'll send it to my agent, I'll send it to a friend, I'll send it to my assistant to make sure they're right. And they didn't care about the cause. They just wanted to say,
they updated they changed their Instagram profile picture to a black screen. Took them 2 seconds, and then they put Angry Birds back on. That was it. That was their job. That was them solving racism.
I asked them,
you want to solve the problem? Go and look at your fucking staff. Go through your office. Go and look at your artists. Go and look who you collaborate with. How many of them are black? How many?
Like 9.
Because if it's none, I don't give a fuck how many black screens you post.
Yeah, like Disney saying, we're not racist, but has anybody seen the Chinese version of Star Wars? They cut, his name John Boyega or whatever.
Yeah,
they cut him out. Go and look at the poster. In fact, I'll put the posters up for you.
Right.
The American poster and the Chinese poster. And that's the difference. Disney were against LGBTQ, we're here for the gay community, yet they cut all the gay scenes out of the, Freddie Mercury, Bohemian Rhapsody movie.
How do you cut the gay scenes out of Freddie Mercury's life story?
It's just nonsense, guys. It's nonsense. And I have to live here in Hollywood, and everybody says...
Well, what it is these people are born, whether they were, I don't know, genetically predisposed to needing attention, whether they had a horrific childhood. And by the way, we're here in Hollywood too. We have a career that's dedicated to validation from strangers, temporary validation. So
no, Mark, we had a career.
That's true.
Before we got locked down.
That's true. So I guess
I'm not worried about what I say on these podcasts anymore because you can't cancel me. I don't have an employer. I can't lose a job I no longer have.
Doesn't exist.
DJs don't exist anymore. I spoke to them all, the biggest guys. Solomon just had to go all the way to Asia to play in front of 300 people.
Why only 300?
I don't know. I don't know.
We saw Don Diablo, who we released a song through his label, and he played a stadium. But then when you zoomed the pictures, it looked like, so it was sold out, but it looked like it was like 20% capacity, you know. And I'm glad that the guys are going out, pushing the boundaries, seeing what they can do. But I'm not sure I revel going out and performing to a 25% busy venue. Fuck that.
Well, we were supposed to be performing this weekend.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Now, I won't timestamp it, but we're in COVID lockdown and we're supposed to be. And
why won't you timestamp it? It would be helpful for them.
Because just you never know when they're listening to it.
Well, tell them the 4th of July,
it's coming
2020.
Up to the 4th of July, and
we're going to celebrate our freedom by wearing masks in lockdown.
And we just got told that. But have you seen our inbox, like on Instagram? Have you seen our inbox? You know, there's that second inbox on Instagram, and it's all people calling us like, I mean, guys, you know, we got told we could go back to work. We arranged something, and now we're getting to what do you think we are? You know, we're not the
guys are like, I can't believe you're doing this in lockdown, you fucking selfish bastards. You're going to get people killed. Understand, right off the bat, first and foremost, we're not going to get anybody, including ourselves, sick.
Do you think we want to risk our own health, you stupid bastards?
That's number one. Number two, we have a business. Okay, now this is not money above all, but unfortunately in the society we live in, you need to make money. We have made zero money, for 4 months. We have come across the Atlantic and dedicated everything in our lives to making our dreams come true in a career that has been completely taken away. We have no way to make any money. So the second we can go back to work, we are going back.
We have no choice. And I'll guarantee you those people who are saying stay home, you know, I'll guarantee you none of them have a business. And if you don't have a business like we do, you should sit down, lower your voice, and shut up. Don't comment on something. You have no skin in the game.
I think there's a lot of them who are making a lot more money out of the unemployment than...
Oh, well, you know, that's...
But that's good. That's honourable. I like that shit. If you're making more money being unemployed than you were working, good.
Exactly.
Good. Make that shit. I'm not imposing my problems onto you.
Exactly, that's what these people on the inbox, I'm like, we're not forcing you to come, dickhead.
Yeah, just fucking stay home then.
Stay home, we don't want you to come.
We've organised a party in a beautiful mansion in the Hollywood Hills, looking over all the firework displays in Los Angeles.
Which have all been cancelled now.
With a pool, and it's free, and the drinks are free. What more do you want us to do for you?
And you
because
still
when we organise
a free party, free fireworks, free pool, free drinks,
massive
Hollywood
artists.
Hills, costing us a lot of money. We've got to pay for security. We've got to pay for people to test you for COVID. We've got to pay liability costs. We've got to pay insurance. We've got to pay all this rental of the venue, music,
organise it.
We've got to pay everything, and we charge you zero. And we get an inbox telling us to go fuck ourselves. We're not forcing you to come.
By the way, the event isn't going ahead.
Mm-hmm.
There is just too many restrictions to try and pick through them to make it a good party, and it's just not worth it. If the party's not going to be good, we're not going to do it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, of course we're trying to get back to work. What the fuck? I mean, I'd like to be able to pay for food, to put food on our table. But back to that.
It's okay, but don't worry, we'll be fine. Don't worry about us, we'll be fine. But you know, it's
I'm
about
a little worried.
Our whole thing is about these Hollywood people just virtue signalling.
It started with that.
They don't do anything. They just. I mean, what was I saying to you? Like, okay, well, no longer is a character of colour in The Simpsons voiced by a white person. Okay, great. What does that change?
Fixed it.
Racism fixed. I mean,
but I think it started with the Imagine video.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try.
No hell below us.
oh yeah,
That was where I thought these guys have lost the plot. And the reason is because there's such a disconnect now. And I'll tell you, if you are still that kind of person who is taking a selfie of yourself as you move your head out the way to show the seat logo of a Rolls Royce or a Bentley or a Lamborghini in somebody else's car, or you're taking pictures of your shoes or your watch.
Well, we've got
that shit is through. The kids, you're old. Your ass is old and out of touch. The kids do not want that shit.
We've got a friend who's a big DJ. Just posts a picture. Should I buy the blue McLaren or the black McLaren?
Yeah.
You tone deaf asshole.
You tone deaf, old ass, out of touch motherfucker. This is not 1995 hip hop. Don't show us any more pictures of you getting on a private
He
jet.
did get roasted, to be fair, though. He's
He's out of touch. Retire. Retire or move with the times. These kids...
Nobody wants to see a picture of your McLaren right now, you fucking prat.
No, people are unemployed. Businesses are closing down. People are losing their jobs. And even if it wasn't for that, what chance do these kids have now who are coming up? The wages don't really match the inflation of what they have to pay for the rent. They have to, if they want further education to get a decent job, they have to sign up to a whole load of student debt, which means they're a slave of the system, because then they have to come out and get a job that they probably hate just to pay for the debt. And then when they get into that job, their health insurance is tied to the job. If they leave, they don't have any health insurance. So the kids are like, fuck this system, man. Fuck this system. Fuck it all.
Burn it down.
Burn it down. And you're posting your McLaren. What do you think?
You're literally driving through the hood. You're driving your Lamborghini through a puddle and splashing somebody, putting the window down and saying, Black power, you fucking moron. You're doing nothing.
But watch the video. Which video?
Which video?
I take responsibility. Just watch how...
Who are those people?
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility for every unchecked moment.
Every time I remained silent.
Every time I explained away police brutality.
Who are they? I know Aaron Paul. That's it.
I mean, I know who he is. I've never seen him in anything.
I didn't watch Breaking Bad. I'm sorry. I know.
I'm sure.
And good for him. Like Mark says, I've seen him. He seems to be a nice enough guy. But come on.
But as usual,
patronising bastards.
As usual with our waffle, I didn't finish my thought, and my thought is that these people are in desperate need of attention.
That's it, right?
And they're not able to shoot movies. They're not able to tour. They're not able to show you the fucking Lamborghini on Instagram anymore. So they have to do something to get the attention. What can they do? And somebody calls them and says, you want to do a video?
Their agent calls them and says, listen, there's a wave you can ride at the moment. It's for black people. And black people are really hot at the moment. If you white actors could get down here and film a patronising, fucking thoughtless, toned down. Have you seen how many dislikes the video's got?
Well, the one I saw had 1,000 likes and 59,000 dislikes. That tells you. We don't want to hear it. Black people don't want that shit. We don't want to hear that.
And Nike, we're making changes. You don't make changes. We, the people, make the changes. You know what happens? We, the people, say, fuck racism. And suddenly Nike goes, yeah, we hate racism.
Let's endorse Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, we told your ass to. You did it because it was financially expedient. Because you knew if you endorsed Kaepernick, we'd all buy his shit. Yeah, we would. But we decided Kaepernick was a hero, not you.
We told you guys we're cool with gay people. Stop this shit. We don't care anymore. Homophobia, it's dead. We don't care about it. And that's when you made SpongeBob gay. SpongeBob's like, what is he, like 30 years old or something? 20 years old? I don't know how long SpongeBob...
I like to believe SpongeBob is...
He's asexual.
Yeah.
He's a sponge.
Yeah. He's an anthropomorphic sponge. You don't have to apply a sexuality to him. He can't have sex.
He doesn't have a penis. Does he have pants on?
Yeah, he has square pants on. He's got square pants. What do you mean does he have pants on?
Okay.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay. Does he have pants on?
Well, he could be gay, he could be straight. It's really irrelevant to SpongeBob's storyline.
It's not a porno.
Which is kind of my theory on it all as well. When people ask me if I'm gay or straight, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It's trivia.
None of your fucking business.
You want to know the size of my fucking star sign, the size of my feet, my dick length, how much girth I've got in it? It's irrelevant. It's none of your business.
If my sexuality, religion, and I would dispute my race if it wasn't obvious, is going to affect how you feel about my art, fuck off. Don't come. You're not going to like it. You're not going to like me. Don't waste your time.
I don't feel any different towards SpongeBob now they've outed him. Now he's been outed by the Hollywood media.
I feel like
probably fake news.
He's being exploited.
But I wonder he's only young. I wonder if he's been.
Well, if he's young, they'll definitely like him in Hollywood.
He's been in that paedophile ring.
We've got you now, Ghislaine Maxwell. We're going to find out who was
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine, sorry. We're going to find out who was diddling SpongeBob.
My guess is Ghislaine Maxwell dies of COVID.
What they probably don't realise over here is that her father was famous in Britain. He was like a media mogul.
Yeah, a rich guy. Yeah.
And he'd been...
Do you know she had 530 bedrooms in her house, I think.
Jesus Christ. And he'd been up to no good. And
I think I've got that right. I will check it. It could be 53.
Jesus.
But I think...
Nah, 530 is crazy.
Okay, maybe she had a 53-bedroom house. That's
well, whatever.
Right.
I mean,
Still
I don't even want to live in a 53-bedroom house.
I know I say that all the time. Like, I live on my own. What do I need 53 bedrooms for?
I'd like to be wealthy. I mean, even a lot better off than we are. But I don't know. At the stage where I get to 53 bedrooms, I might just do something for charity.
Shut up, Matt. You're loaded.
Not anymore. But her father was famous and ended up perhaps having too much information on the wrong people or dealing with the wrong people. I'm sure he was a scumbag, just like she is. These things are bred into them and then educated into them. And he took a boat ride into international waters where they were probably molesting children. And he ended up falling overboard mysteriously. And nobody knows. Did he drown? Did he have a heart attack? He was pushed. He was pushed. The same way Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself. Come on.
He's probably my theory is that he's not even dead.
Oh, well,
but I mean, it's just a theory. It's that I'm not basing that on anything. It's just my...
But there are still people out there who believe the media narrative.
Did you watch the Epstein documentary?
No.
Crap. It was crap.
It watered down bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Watered down. They go, it just made you go, well, he was bad, but not that bad. It's like, no. This guy was really bad.
Really bad. But we've been...
Christ knows what they were doing on that island. Probably Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, whoever you want to say. A lot of them, they're all as bad as each other, running around dressed as...
No. I've read QAnon. Donald Trump is going to save us from it. Elite ring of pedophiles. Stop it. Stop it. All right, stop it. I don't know where you got that evidence-free information from, all right, and just quit it. All right, he never said anything about that. If anything, he's one of them. Right? He's not going to bust. He's not. And if he is, why the fuck isn't it happening? And don't say, look at Ghislaine Maxwell. It's nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with him.
I'm not interested in any of the politicians.
None of them.
And
don't let me leave you with the impression that I think hair sniffing Joe Biden is any better.
No, he's creepy as well. He's creepy as shit.
Just
senile old Phil. Don't worry about the politicians. They don't care about you, okay? They don't care about you.
It's all different avenues to the same location. You're going to end up in war. They're going to bunch you around the banks. And when this bailout came in, they gave you $1,200. They released trillions of dollars into the economy. Do you know where that trillions of dollars went? No, nobody does.
They could have given it all to Coca-Cola for all you know.
They don't know. They had no obligation to give it to anyone, but they'll take it back in your taxes, so don't worry about it. And that's the lot of them. That's the fucking lot of them.
And a lot of them are probably on Epstein's Island fucking each other with yak's heads on, like something out of goddamn... I don't know, what's that movie called? With that other...
The Eyes Wide Shut.
Was it here? What was the guy who made that
Kubrick,
movie?
I don't know.
I don't know about Kubrick.
I think he was on the right side
Some
of things.
kind
I think
of Eyes
getting
Wide
mixed up
Shut
with Polanski.
kind of fuckfest. Hillary Clinton getting banged over a table by goddamn... George Soros and Donald Trump while, George Bush tickles a 6-year-old's balls in the background.
In the dismembered face of some poor sex slave, that they've sacrificed to some...
Well, the Queen stands in the corner with a baby in a pentangle.
Drawn into a chalk pentangle, speaking some ancient...
Aramaic language. With her lizard form, her skin peeling off, showing her lizard form.
Okay, we've gone a bit far down the wormhole there, guys. We've gone a bit far. And there's only like a 99% chance that everything we've just said is true.
Exactly. I love winding people up on not on Instagram. I don't do it, but on Facebook. I just love like everything everybody says. I just say the opposite. If they say coronavirus is going to kill us, I say it doesn't exist. And if they say coronavirus is absolute bullshit, I say you're crazy. It's going to kill us all.
But what I mean,
I just want people to keep talking. Let's find out what's really going on.
Well, what is really, and here's the answer. By the way,
nobody knows.
There's the answer, and I have our. Across from Alice.
Well, some people know, but I imagine the people that know, you could fit them quite comfortably into this small room that we sit in now.
Well, you're talking about the underground Illuminati who are pulling all the strings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's about
There's probably about 50 of them, and every
reckon
other
there's that
politician is just too stupid probably to even realise they exist.
Exactly.
You are run by evil people, and the orders are carried out by stupid people.
Okay.
And that's what happens. And we have people divided over whether coronavirus is real and it's going to kill everybody, or whether it's fake and it's all a march towards some form of authoritarian, totalitarian slavery. And all of you are 100% sure on each side that you have the answer, when the reality is, who the fuck knows what's going on? Something's weird, but I don't know any more
stop
than you.
watching the news, though. Stop
Oh,
watching
God.
the news. Again, ask yourself, do you know anybody who's dead? Do you know anybody who's dead? I don't. No. I don't know anybody. And you can, I know somebody who knows somebody whose second and third removed grandma died. Well, yeah. Do you know anybody who died of cancer? You do, don't you? Do you know anybody who died of heart disease? You do, don't you? Do you know anybody who died of AIDS? Probably you know somebody who died of AIDS, right? Do you know anybody who died of coronavirus? No.
And then you say, well,
But you know what happens? You know what happens? Coronavirus, they tell you people are dying of coronavirus, you all put masks on. I'm telling you, people are dying of heart disease, and they just released 12 different flavours of Pringles last week.
Well, that's, yeah,
12
obesity. Obesity.
Obesity's killing people, and you know.
But I mean, you do get those people who say, well, I know this actor or this football person and this football star, and you push them on it. You say, well, who was it? And it turns out they don't know that person. They've read an article.
Somebody posted a story today, and they said, oh, what about this guy? And they just posted a story. Is it a 51-year-old man who was 380 pounds and diabetic, died of COVID. Now, probably he did die of COVID, okay? And that is absolutely terrible. I don't know how to tell you. Death is terrible. It's tragic. It's tragic for him. It's tragic.
You don't know. That might be all right in the end. We don't know what's on the other side.
No, but that's, yeah, maybe on the other side there's a great infinite universe that I just want to explore, and it'll be fabulous. But also, what is it we're posting here? Just somebody died. I can post that same story, but replace COVID
what
with
do you know?
heart disease or cancer or some random shit.
And what do you know about the
sickle cell anemia?
What do you know about the real intricate facts on that? Did he just die? He was perfectly healthy and he dropped dead, or did he have cancer? Did he have a respiratory disease?
He did have diabetes, and he was over.
Well, that one does tend to get him, which again brings us back to, if you can.
And it wasn't the type 1 diabetes that unfortunately bombed. It's the type 2 that you can be avoided with diet.
Which supports something that we say, that asking people, take care of your health, try and eat healthy, try and be fit. Nobody enjoys food and crap food more than us. But if you can, it's not fat shaming that we ask you to do that. We're asking you to take care of yourself in order to improve your life whilst you're here. Hopefully improve.
Everybody always
your
going on these videos.
Immunity.
What should I eat? Should I eat nothing but meat? You know what you should eat? Fruit and fucking vegetables.
Joe Rogan does that. I'm going to eat nothing. Dude, your head looks like it's about to explode. I eat none but meat.
I ate elk meat. He's fucking everything on him's inflamed.
His veins are like fucking...
Let me show you an old picture of Joe Rogan where, remember when he was skinny, quite good looking?
Yeah.
And now he's just this inflamed. He's obviously taking a lot of supplements. I'm a big Joe Rogan fan, by the way.
Absolutely. Definitely. Even though I don't agree with him on everything.
No.
Definitely a net positive for this planet. Yeah. And you've got that other guy.
I think the people who go on... See, I watch CNN now, and I know they've been carefully selected to stick to and Fox News and MSNBC. I know they've been carefully selected, at least on...
Yeah,
Joe
well, they don't even have to select them. You have people, looks like a nice guy, but they go, hey, here is Anderson Cooper. He's gay, and he's one of you. No, dude, his real name's Vanderbilt. And that's one of the richest families on earth. And that guy is only going to tell you the narrative that
he's just their gay guy.
Protects the rich.
Yeah.
Okay. Who cares if he's gay? Who cares if you're black or if you're Muslim? Or who cares about any of those things? If you're a billionaire, you're there to protect the other billionaires and feed their narrative to control the ignorant masses.
So at least when you watch something like Joe Rogan, I feel like I don't think he's lying to us, is he? You know what I mean?
No.
He might not be right all the time, but I don't think he's lying to us. At least he's asking the questions, which is important. Ask the questions. Not enough thinkers out there anymore.
Critical thinkers.
No, you just go, yeah, CNN told me everybody's dying, so lock yourself in and put a hazmat suit on. Oh, West Hollywood. I've got friends sharing. Yay! Well done,
Gavin Newsom
fining people for not walking. Oh yeah, but fining people for not wearing a mask in West Hollywood. I just took a walk through West Hollywood without my mask on, and again, if I saw other people, I put it on. But on my own, if I'm nowhere near, I take it off.
Yeah.
2 reasons. First of all, I've had heart disease. I can't breathe so good. It's not great easy for me to wear a mask.
It's not. Look,
I do know the surgeons, however, who operated on me got through, a 15-hour surgery with masks on, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, but cumulatively, does that make sense? When you was in ICU, amongst all the millions of numbers I had to look at, one was an oxygen number.
Right.
It was really important.
I remember
does
that.
that
It's a
make
percentage.
sense to be breathing in carbon
Spent
dioxide
gas, yes.
in higher numbers over the course of a day rather than oxygen, which is what you're supposed to be breathing in? You're supposed to be breathing out carbon dioxide and out with a lot of what you expel is viruses and things like that you're now breathing back in. It just doesn't seem like a great idea to wear that thing all day long.
And again, just so I can say something, if you're a Trump fan, don't slide in my inbox with pro-Trump stuff. I'm not interested. I don't care for him. And if you're a Biden fan, don't slide in my inbox with Biden stuff. I'm not interested, guys. Vote for who you want. It's nothing to do with me. Vote for who you want. I'm not telling you to vote for. I'm nothing to do with it. All right, I'm not interested.
Because simply none of them represent. And until you can prove me otherwise, this type of things I believe in, which is genuine equality, which is helping the downtrodden. I wouldn't mind to see America.
I just been to the.
Literally, we weren't even going to talk about that, but that's a really good point.
So I was born with a heart disease. I had to have an open heart surgery. I bet I bought the best insurance I could get in this country.
$1,000 a month.
I had to open business, hire myself, stay out of the hospital for a decade until I was able to insure myself, got myself the best insurance that cost me over $1,000 a month, and yet I went to get 2 life-saving...
Had an attempt at dying.
I nearly died. I had 2 heart surgeries, including, a huge open heart one, which was like 3 surgeries, and another minor surgery. Now I have...
It wasn't minor by anybody else's standards, it just wasn't open heart.
Yeah. Now I have medications that I have to take, and I just... Even though I'm insured, I'm fully insured, all these things, I just went to and it cost me $1,000 for the insurance, for the medication. Even with insurance, it cost me $1,000. So that's $1,000 extra every 2 months I have to find to keep myself alive. I said to them, what if I don't have the money? What if suddenly I can't afford an extra? What then? I start chopping up kale and a little bit of Tylenol in there, keep it traditional. Some bleach, a little bit of bleach, some cleaning products, and try and make myself these. I don't know.
It's absolutely inhumane. So I would like to see that kind of thing, and I would like to.
And you know what? Here's what gets me. Like I said to them on the phone, these medications cost pennies to manufacture, and I'm charged thousands of dollars, and I'm insured. If I wasn't insured, you know how much it costs? $4,000, and I'm insured. It cost me $1,000. That, for anybody who's not from America, you'll be shocked by that. If any of my British
but they'll turn you around in Britain as they defund the NHS, which is our healthcare system that, on point of service, is free
currently
for everybody.
seems to be doing a better job of curing people from COVID than this one.
Right, and they'll
defund
that so they can turn around and say, look, it doesn't work, so they can charge you. And I know a lot of my friends are sort of almost voting for that. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
Is that what you want, guys? You want to get sick and be uninsured?
What are you doing? He had $1 million worth of ICU time, and even in spite of all that, on top of everything that the insurance should have covered, we came out with a bill that nearly buried us and nearly took everything from us that we'd ever worked our whole life.
Came out with a bill of over $100,000. Thank Christ, thank you.
You got $100,000 to pay to keep yourself alive or your family alive? No, you don't. So be fucking careful what you're voting for. So again, if you want to get my vote, it's simple. I don't want Wall Street paying for one politician or the next. And the same people that paid Donald Trump paid Joe Biden. And the same people that pay the Republicans pay the Democrats. And that's who they work for.
And I don't want war.
All right? And I don't... Exactly, there's a big one. And I don't want war. And the only time they're in full agreement is when there's a war. And even when the people are saying, hey, fuck that, we were all...
Have you guys not noticed it when you watch CNN and they go, as the missiles fire into the night sky, and they're showing missiles firing off a goddamn battleship.
I am tempted to quote the great Leonard Cohen, I'm guided by the beauty of our weapons. And they are beautiful pictures of fearsome armaments.
Show me the point where they go right down the shepherd's fucking chimney.
And kill all these kids. Don't show them taking off the boat. Show me where they fucking land.
And then you wonder why there's a guy with no arm, one eye, lost his wife and kid to a drone bomb and he wants to attack us and we wonder why. Come on. Come on, what would you do? Put yourself in his shoes.
If we're not talking sense, please.
Anyway, so that's where we stand.
This one's not very funny, this podcast. I was hoping it'd be a bit funnier than this. It's hard times, isn't it? It's hard times.
We haven't been, so we missed out on a couple of weeks of the podcast, and the reason is because we've bought a lot more camera equipment, and we wanted to raise the quality of what we do here. Not just here in the podcast, but do blogs and things like that on things that we find interesting. And
yeah, I mean, the great thing is, I think everybody's saying it, you know, me and my brother have been on a treadmill since we were little kids. We got on that treadmill and just ran, career.
He means a metaphorical treadmill. He means, like, as soon as we had an opportunity to get out the projects, which is when we finished high school at 16 years old, we left home. We haven't been back since. And we just went, get out and stay out and make ourselves successful. And we sacrificed everything. And
family, relationships, health, everything was sacrificed. Just work, succeed. And it's been like that. I mean, it's been an amazing time. Some ups and downs.
There've been amazing moments, but it's, you know, the hardest part of it, being honest, and this is why we're the way we are, is if you are a regular person, the hardest part of it is being exhausted and then being able to be creative, or being exhausted and then being able to make progress because you've worked all day, you're fighting to pay your bills, and then you have to try and make a great record or be creative or navigate show business.
For us, there were times at the start of our career where we'd have to work all day in regular jobs, and then at night we'd have to go to the studio, and then at the weekend we'd have to perform, and then back to work on Sunday morning, you know.
And it's not over at one song. It's not over at one sellout show. You sell out a show on Friday, Saturday you back, you need to sell out another show.
You're only as good as your last show. So for us it was like show, studio, no sleep, flights, studio, meetings.
And if you weren't touring, if you had a weekend off, you're like, shit, where can we go? What's going on?
It was like being strapped to a treadmill, and then suddenly the treadmill just stopped. And somebody said, get off. So for us, we're so motivated to work. We thought, like a lot of you out there are doing, we teach ourselves some new skills, ourselves some new things, relax a little bit.
Because the thing with being on that treadmill is you're always looking at your peers. So you're always looking at, this guy's got a number one hit, or this new guy's coming up. So you can't get off that treadmill, because if you do, somebody's going to...
Don't forget about it. If you go... We know a few DJs who go, I'm just going to take a break. I'm tired of touring. Yeah, well, guess what? 6 months, they've forgotten about you. They've forgotten about you in 6 months.
Yeah,
I could name some guys.
The Swedish House Mafia, they're huge. They're going to break up. They broke up 3 months later. Nobody gave a shit.
And they said, we're coming back. And people are like, well,
even I don't know. I like the Swedish House Mafia. I thought it was an awesome act, and I saw them do some great shows. Did they come back? I don't even know. I don't even care.
They split up. We cared for about a week, and now we don't care.
Did they come back? A serious question. Did they come back? I don't fucking know. But they didn't come back and make enough of an impact for me to give a shit.
I mean, they came back and did one show, but I don't know if they did anything.
I
don't care. Nobody does.
You take a break, you're fucking finished. You can't take a break, all right?
If it really matters to you, and this matters to us, you don't take a break. So we were forced to take a break, and we've taught ourselves to do something.
Yeah, we sort of started to get in shape, and then we tried teaching ourselves to do other things, and it's a lot to learn. So the first thing that we learned is we can't use the camera without having it plugged into a power source, and now we need to buy a load more equipment. So
that's why we've been off with the podcast. We had an idea to make it even better, but you know what, honestly, have you guys ever tried doing like online? I was never good at school. It bored the shit out of me. Me and him tried to do an online class today just for fun in photography, and I mean, we were both sitting on the bed, and I felt my eyes start to close, and I looked at you and Mark, I think we were about 7 minutes in. That's how school was for me, just not interested at all.
Well, I've been listening to a lot of Noam Chomsky recently, and he asked some good questions about school.
You were good at school.
For whom and for what? Yeah, but look, this is why we have a huge problem.
Yeah, well, you were better than me at school, considering
But it's irrelevant, and let me tell you why it's irrelevant.
I knew that.
It's irrelevant, because for whom and for what? If they only educate you to remember the information they tell you, you just wasted that bandwidth remembering information that, first of all, probably has no application in real life. I had a discussion.
Your head's a hard drive. It can only take so much information. If they put a load of bullshit in there, you just got to unlearn that.
I had a discussion with an incredibly clever student who was talking to me about genetically modified food, and I was asking certain questions, and she was quoting this book, and when we looked at the book had been printed by Monsanto. What? Okay, I mean, I'm not saying that renders it completely untrue, But there's certainly
But probably does.
There's certainly
90%.
certainly bias. It's not going to tell you all
Monsanto
the truth.
is a
Might leave out that bit where certain things, where Roundup gives you cancer.
Monsanto is a company that creates horrible chemicals and genetically modified food, and
So if you and you forget that a lot of those books are written that way to educate you in a particular way and keep you thinking, and that's why we have this cancel culture nowadays. People are being trained to think in a very narrow, limited sphere. And so if you can remember information and repeat information that you're fed, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a form of intelligence, but I know people who are completely, their IQ's low, they couldn't pass a test, they were moronic, but they're great critical thinkers and they question things. And they probably are just as intelligent in a different way and perhaps more helpful in the long run than anybody you can... because they told me information and I could remember it. What use is that? Who was telling me? Who wrote that book? That's where I'm at nowadays. And that's why I get really frustrated with cancel culture, even when you cancel somebody who I happen to disagree with. Even when you cancel...
Don't talk about Alex Jones like that.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Serious crap. I'm sick of being social engineered. It's not funny.
It's true. I mean, the first time I watched Alex Jones, I'm like, who is this right-wing clown? What an idiot. And so we cancelled him, and I just went, ooh, no, that's not good. Now, I disagree with him. Did I disagree with...
Don't disagree with everything he said.
No, but
did you disagree with the Gulf of Tonkin, where the Americans bombed themselves in order to start the Vietnam War? But you guys don't know that yet because they're not telling you on CNN and Fox News. Google it.
Well, I
bombed themselves.
I disagreed with him on the school shooting stuff, but then I thought, well, what about when CNN and Fox News and MSNBC told us to bomb Iraq because they've got weapons of mass destruction and they killed 1 million people, most of whom were innocent, women and children, civilians.
CNN was on today and they said, oh, this guy fought in the Iraq War, the first one he went. Now he's lucky there weren't many casualties.
1 million people?
Iraqis. Maybe not that many American and English casualties, you twat.
So when they cancelled him, I thought, oh no, that's not good, because whoever has the whip hand is going to cancel whomever they disagree with. So right now in media, maybe the Liberals have the whip hand, so they cancel him. But what about when the Republicans have it and they start cancelling? The Michael Moore documentary got taken down. It was a powerful documentary, Planet of the Humans. Got taken down because it upset the energy companies. And this is where we're at now. And there are people cheering for that. Woke people going out there saying, yeah, shut them up, ban them. What the fuck are you doing? That's fascism. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Do you understand what you're
cutting
doing?
the keys to
and
your
they'll come for you next.
If you think that CNN and Fox News and MSNBC are telling you the truth and you can't see where this is all going, you should probably read more. Mm-hmm. Okay? Read George Orwell. Read
Aldous Huxley.
Jesus
Watch
Christ.
V for Vendetta.
Exactly.
Anything.
It's on Netflix at the moment, I think. Watch V for Vendetta. That should be easy for some of you. It's an hour and a half. Go and watch
it's supposed to be a blueprint for the future. It's just supposed to be a bit of entertainment, but you guys seem to be walking right into it. And, the thing is, if they told you the truth, but they can lie. That's okay. It's entertainment. Fear, fear, fear. Do you know what's going to happen to you? You're watching it and you're glued to your screen because if they told you,
you will trade your freedom for the illusion of security. If they stay in your house, wear a mask, go home at 8 p.m. Ooh.
If they told you the city that you live in, wherever it is safe from coronavirus, you turn the channel off. If they say to you, and imagine hearing this headline, the city that you live in is spiking in coronavirus, there are thousands dead, you'd keep that station on. That's what they do. You can't be mad at the news anymore.
Think about this. If they came on tomorrow and said, coronavirus is cured, and you're all free to go out, 90% of you'd head back out there.
And you turn the news off and you'd head back out there, and you
turn it off.
You can't be angry at the news for scaring you any more than you can be angry at a haunted house or a horror movie. That's their job.
No, but you can't be mad at them. But you can't be mad at the news for saying, if you listen to it, you can't be mad at anything.
They're responding
turn
to
it off.
So let me tell you what's probably going to happen to you, because ISIS isn't going to come and attach a car bomb to your Ford Tempo.
You're not going to get coronavirus and die. Here's what's going to happen to you in your lifetime.
Most likely.
Nothing. Nothing happens to you in your lifetime because you're, and not all of you, but you know the type of people.
Here's
I'm
what's
talking
going to
about.
happen.
Nothing's going to happen to you. You're going to sit there under fluorescent lights, tapping on a keyboard or banging away on your phone. You know, probably when you get around 37, you'll get like a lump and you'll go to hospital.
You'll have your heart broken by somebody, and you know that'll hurt. So you'll settle for less. You know, go for somebody else. They're not as attractive. It's not as sexy, but you know they're reliable. And then you just squeeze out some fucking superfluous human beings.
You'll have fart out, your wife will fart out some kids, and then you'll carry on doing the job. You don't like it, but hey, it's a job. And that's what work is. And then, you know, one day you'll get a lump on your leg and you'll go to the hospital and you'll get it tested and it'll be benign. And then
you cut it out. It's an outpatient procedure. You're not even in for a day.
And then at Thanksgiving for the next 10 years, you go, whoa, I had a
I'm going to do a speech here. I'm going to do a speech. Oh, you guys know I had a pretty tough time a few years back when I found a lump. Nothing happened to you.
I had a live...
Cut the fucking turkey, put the news on, shut the fuck up.
So yeah, nothing's going to happen to you. You're not going to die of COVID, right? ISIS aren't going to come to your house. Nothing's going to happen. The paedophiles aren't going to get you, you know. Trump ain't going to save you. Biden ain't going to stop Trump. You know?
You might have to do this on your own if you want to make your life...
You might have to take some responsibility for yourself.
Yeah.
And understand who the true enemies are. And by the way, I'm not against you guys. This is what a lot of people think. They think I'm against them. I'm on your side. I know what's going on. So I've negotiated my way through it in life. I've become successful and bought houses and properties. I negotiated my way through this quagmire of shit because I know how the system works. Some of you out there aren't privy to the information. You didn't travel.
We've been in rooms.
I'm on your side.
We've been in rooms where business people are, and it's a big business. It's a big business to manipulate you guys into the belief that you need certain superficial things like fashionable items and things like that, so they can just keep draining you of all your money and get you on that
and also
treadmill.
It's where people say,
we've been in rooms where they go, well, how do we get these people to do this, do A, do B, do C? And as a person from super humble beginnings where we just work in factories and follow the rules, by the way, you don't know what the fucking rules are. When you're in those rooms coming from where we come from, your mind's just going...
See, it's like when
it's
people...
just blown open
people
to what's
say to
really
me,
going on.
Do you really think there's a cabal at the top of things running everything? Yeah, of course there is. My industry, there's a cabal in my music industry. There's people at the top running things. Your industry. I used to work at Burger King and there was a cabal. You know the cabal? When it went me, then blue shirts, then white shirts, then area management, then the franchise owner, then the owner of Burger King and the directors, then the banks.
Then the actual king, the Burger King.
The actual Burger King. And then there's always...
You could have stopped at the banks. It's the fucking banks.
The banks.
It's all the banks.
The fucking banks.
Banks.
But there's a cabal in everything. Whatever job you do, there's a hierarchy. They go to me, you really think there's a cabal, a group of people running things? Are you crazy? You'd be crazy not to know there is.
Yeah,
of course there is. Music industry.
Well, they can't do that, can they? They can't do that. There's fucking 300 billion of you walking around with fucking masks on and locking yourselves in your house because they say so. And then when they tell you it's all right to protest and put a few bricks laying out for you to throw through windows, you do that.
What are these fireworks all about? I don't know anybody who's letting off fireworks or buying fireworks. I heard it was the government. I'm sorry, that's what I heard.
And then they tell you it's all Antifa. It's all Antifa. All right, what are Antifa?
Where was it we stayed in?
What are Antifa? Well, that's an organisation, a terrorist organisation of anti-fascists. First of all, if you have to boast that you're an anti-fascist, that's weird for me. That's not an achievement. That's what you're supposed to be. Nobody is a fascist except for mentally ill people. So if you're an anti-fascist, so are all of us. Now they say it's a terrorist organisation. Oh yeah, where's the next meeting? It's a bunch of kids wandering around with black on. And you throw bricks through windows to make them look bad so that you can portray them as evil, so you can separate people, divide them up even more and make sure no real movement of any merit gains any ground and everybody just stays arguing amongst themselves instead of turning around and coming for the throats of the 50 people in that fucking room that he mentioned before.
I mean, I guess this was supposed to be about why Hollywood celebrities are done.
Well, but people are waking up to that, Alistair. I
just feel like nobody gives a shit about celebrities at the moment. Nobody gives a shit about them. That's what this was supposed to be. Nobody gives a shit. We don't give a shit. right? Whether you post a black square on your Instagram, we don't give a shit.
Watch how patronising that. They are reading a teleprompter.
Every blatant injustice, no matter how big or small.
Watch, they've got fucking bifocals on. They're not even looking at the screen. They're like this.
Yeah, the eyes are off because
take responsibility. They can't remember 3 fucking words. If you have to read a teleprompter,
read the script that the ugly people wrote for you.
To say that you're not a racist. Basically, is celebrity culture over? Is the influence of these celebrities? I mean, they're completely like when. Well, is
anybody missing them? I'm not missing them.
Joaquin Phoenix went up.
Oh God! I talked to you about that. You was on his side because, by the way,
because
just I don't want to be one of those guys, but I don't eat meat. Okay, I don't eat meat. I don't have dairy. I'm animal. I like animals. Okay, so I don't
plant-based.
But I don't go on about it. I don't go on about it. He is an actor who just won an Oscar-winning actor who can portray the Joker or whatever the hell he portrays. And you guys actually believe his act up there. It's like, was it Meryl Streep who was up there rabbiting on about Trump? And then somebody goes up to her at a party and goes, oh yeah, heard what you said about Trump.
One of our friends who's a comedian went up and said, I heard what you said about Trump.
And she was like, okay, yeah, Trump is an arsehole. And she went, whoa, wouldn't go that far. You just went up on a stage and called him. You know, it's just but it's because basically she doesn't think that. She just went, "Hey, what's the polling? What's gonna send me?
What role
viral?
am I playing today?
What I'm playing the anti-Trump feminist.
No,
anti-Weinstein.
I
I've had fucking 60 years to talk about Harvey Weinstein, and I've said fuck all.
There was nothing that Joaquin Phoenix said that wasn't true.
Okay,
it was all true.
Okay,
but that's not the place to say it. Who the fuck are you? I'm not going to tell you. You know. There's enough information out there about animal cruelty and factory farming.
I just didn't believe him. I just don't believe him.
No, I believe...
Because he decided to go vegan 6 months ago.
No, he's been vegan his whole life, that guy.
Has he really? His whole life?
Yeah, his parents are hippies, man. His parents are hippies.
I bet they're not.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, sure. Yeah. But what I'm saying, but he's a very privileged guy.
Yeah.
And it's no good talking to people. Look, when we were raised...
I'm going to Google Joaquin Phoenix.
When we were raised... Go ahead and I'll talk to them. Yeah. When we were kids, we were so poor, you ate what you was given. That's what you did. To be able to be plant-based, in my experience, comes with luxury. When you're able to say, I'm going to pick and choose what I can eat and how to get the right nutrition. Now, it comes with luxury. And so there's no point looking down at somebody for eating meat. And I agreed with everything he said, but it was where he said it and how he said it. Dude, Jesus. And do I believe he cares about animals? Yes, because... it is hard to watch some of those videos that he's probably seen. It is hard to go to those factory farms that he's been to. And if you can't look in that animal's eyes and feel a kinship with it, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I can't find out that his parents were in a religious cult.
Yeah. They were out there, man. Okay. It is what it is. It doesn't make him a bad person. It's just, dude, your influence, you're not that important, dude. You're not that important. You're a fucking actor.
They watched your movie. It's an important message.
Watched your movie. They liked it when you played that cartoon character.
Do you know what it is? My thing, Mark. I think you're missing my point. My point is this. It's an important message what he's saying, right? But I feel like he's fucking talking down to me. Just shut up. And I'm a vegan. Just shut the fuck up. Right. Just shut up. Stop talking down to us, patronising us. Who are you? An actor? I'm taking nutritional tips. Yeah.
Worship me, peasants. Let me tell you how to live.
I can make my own decisions, asshole.
I'll bet you there was burgers. I nearly ate a fucking burger that night.
I nearly drove straight to In-N-Out burger.
I nearly broke my decade-long vegetarianism. And you know what? Fucking someone slaughter a cow in front of me just to level the playing field out of what I've just been exposed to there. I mean, I'm joking.
I nearly butchered my dog.
Where is she? We nearly butchered Little Miss.
Where's Little Miss? I'm going to butcher her.
Just to restore some balance in the world.
Anyway,
we'll wrap it up. Mm-hmm. We've lectured you, but it should be funny.
Well, it's 3 weeks of it's 3 weeks we've got pent up here, or 2 weeks or something. I was hoping it'd be
3 weeks of craziness.
I was hoping it'd be funnier than this, but you know, my Instagram inbox or my social media inbox, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, blowing up from people calling me an arsehole because I was supposed to be going back to work this week. Like I've got a choice. Well, you want to pay me? I'll stay home.
And I mean, and we're being told, hey,
I'll go to the studio.
At this point, in order, if you catch coronavirus and you're beneath 70, the chances of you dying, I believe, are 0.04.
Well, the chances of you dying...
0.04,
Right.
and if you're over 70, I think it's 0.2.
Well, the chances of you dying are very low. Chances of me dying again, open heart surgery patient, are very high. So I'm not here to mess around. I wouldn't say something to people. Say, how dare you risk our lives? Like I'm not risking my own.
Is that what you're seeing though? I mean, you're looking.
Well, one guy said to me, "You selfish bastards. I'm what's it called?
I don't know.
No, high level. What?
High risk.
I'm high risk because I'm over 45. I'm like, I've had open heart surgery. I've got the cardio system of
cardiovascular system
of an 80-year-old, of a very unwell 80-year-old. I'm risking my own life, and nobody's forcing you to come.
But is that what you're seeing when you turn on your Facebook? You've got a lot of friends. When you turn on your
Facebook,
Instagram,
you've got 5,000 friends.
Is everybody dropping dead? Are they all sick? Is that what you're seeing, or do they have the sniffles? I mean, every time, and I'm not saying it
on your
doesn't
Facebook, on your Instagram, on your Twitter.
I'm
how
not
many
saying
people
it
you see?
doesn't-
I'll tell you what you see. You see Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's assistant arrested. Ghislaine Maxwell arrested. Trump did something wrong. Trump did something right.
Biden
Biden's
did
a
this,
retard.
Clinton
Everyone's
did
dying
that.
of coronavirus. Do you see anybody saying I'm dead or I've got coronavirus or my mum died? You don't, do you? Not really. Not really.
You can go to a Black Lives Matter protest, but you can't go to a Trump rally, or you should go to a Trump rally, but you shouldn't go to a Black Lives Matter protest. Do you see the hypocrisy in that? Forget about the fact that, okay, I agree with the Black Lives Matter protest. I'm not a Trump supporter, but let's look at it from the perspective of a virus that has no political affiliation. Surely you see the hypocrisy on both sides. Surely to God. Surely it's not just me who can think that way. Surely that's 99% rational thinkers who say, and don't give me, oh, it was outside, oh, it was inside. Fuck off.
It's a virus.
It's a fucking virus, and you're telling me it's highly contagious. Fuck off.
It's a bit warm out there.
You know, and then you're being told, you know, the symptoms. What are the symptoms? Itchy ass, trench foot. You get tired at night.
Poor gas mileage. Ingrown toenail.
I woke up. Was it yesterday morning?
Nail polish.
I woke up at 5:45 a.m. and I had a blocked nostril, and I was so terrified I couldn't get back to sleep.
I had 2 blocked nostrils. I had 2, and then I slept.
It's the COVID. I've got the vid. It's fucking getting to me now, and I'm a rational thinker. I've got the vid. I was with my brother last night. I've probably given it him. I fucking killed us all. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have had my hair cut.
I'll go and explore the other side of this life, you know. I'll go and explore the infinite universe and the other side of this life. Whatever's going on over there might be cool. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not going to hell, so, you know. If there is a hell, whatever.
You don't know that. It depends if that...
actually, I don't know who makes the rules.
Yeah, who makes the rules? If there was forgive me, man, knowledge on... but the First Testament? Is that what it's called? Old Testament. Jesus Christ, I sound like Donald Trump.
I'm very religious. I read the First Testament.
I like, what did he say was his favourite? Something 20 or something? Fuck, God knows. The Old Testament. The Old Testament's anything to be believed.
Probably broke a couple of those rules, eh?
Yeah, I think you've all worked on a Sunday, haven't you? That's sudden death, by the way, for you and everybody in your village, including the animals, everything that breathes. So, yeah.
If you've worked on a Sunday, you know, you're a bit...
You wore 2 types of fabric, 2 different types
Have you wore 2 types of fabric? Because, you know, I know you don't like homosexuals, but if you're wearing, like, denim with, you know, cotton, that's also in the Bible. You also, you know...
You can't pick and choose now. You can't cherry pick. You're either all or nothing. So, you don't know that. But, yeah. But, yeah, you know what? Celebrities...
Why don't you say, but yeah, again?
Yeah, I always say, that's my thing. When we're editing, there's so many times...
Take a drink every time Mark says, but yeah.
But yeah, or anyway. You'll be fucking floored even if you're just drinking shandy.
You'll have alcohol poisoning by the end of the podcast.
Yeah, have one on me. But yeah, anyway. A message to all you celebrities who are telling people how to live.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, the lot of you. Shut the fuck up. You want to do something? Employ some people of colour. Employ some gay people.
No, Mark, Nike's doing a lot for black people. They're doing a lot for black people. Have you seen the board of directors? It looks like a fucking ski lift.
So is that all we have to say? Do you have anything to add?
I've got loads
to
to say, but I think we better wrap it up.
Yeah, I mean, I could talk about it all night long.
Could go into a more long-form discussion, but, I don't think you guys want to hear it from us.
Really drop some knowledge on you. But, yeah, stay tuned.
But, yeah, anyway.
There you go. Fuck. But, yeah, anyway. Like and subscribe. It's important, actually. Subscribe to this. We never ask them to do that, Alistair.
No, subscribe and also... follow it on all your podcast platforms. You can watch it on YouTube, or you can hear it on Spotify, iTunes, all those, Apple Podcasts, all those places.
We will be posting more interesting things, and it'll be hard because we want to show you some things with our blogs that are hard to show you when everything's closed down, but we'll be taking on a more visual platform with YouTube. But with regards to the...
Well, not really. We're just going to shoot some stuff with
yeah, that'll be
it's not going to be like, like I'd say Black Hawk Down or anything. Like.
No. But I mean, we try to keep these podcasts so you can listen to them in your car.
Yeah.
If you're a truck driver, whatever you are, you can listen to these podcasts.
When you go to sleep.
Probably should only listen to them on your own because certain people don't have a fucking sense of humour, which brings me back to my earlier point when we were talking about how intelligent people are. Certain people don't have a sense of humour, and that is, to me...
I think we should put a warning at the start of this.
Yeah. If you can't open your mind to sarcasm...
Shit-talking.
Satire... and
turn off now.
You're only going to be offended. Yeah. You're only going to be...
Other people's opinions that differ from yours. If you can't change your mind when given facts that, contradict what you believe... Turn off now.
Watch your pair of individuals beating themselves in an argument with themselves. Because we're critical thinkers and don't assume that we have all the information.
No.
And we think with our mouths. But anything else to add, Alistair? No. Thanks, guys. See you soon.